A one-hit wonder is when you play super good for one season, but then you go back to being your regular self. One-hit wonders go on for an entire season, however, but we are going to take it one step further. We're going to be looking at random NBA players who had a stretch of games that you need to see to believe. I think we've all heard of a man named Mo Williams. We've heard of him, but we don't really know much about him. Well, Mo Williams was a solid NBA player in his days. He played 13 seasons in the league, and for his career, he averaged 13, 3, and 5. But on January 13th, 2015, Mo Williams was a 32-year-old just trying to stay in the league. He was averaging 8 points, but little did we know, Mr. Williams would have a game of his lifetime.
Here's Mo Williams. He has played
a bit more difficult on a miss. They'll try to attack early.
This week, Detroit here on Friday,
and Flip has all those young players on the floor.
Williams has had a double-figure first half. That's
a full day of practice is done for this team. That basket.
Free throw shooter Williams, ball that spun off the rim.
The score. He had Jack.
Here's Williams. It's all about Mo Williams now, and he has 23. And now Williams for 3 on defense, playing middle line.
I'm telling you, he's fit.
Yeah, this is in
deep. A good foul ball was it.
It wins.
The partner what? You got
P.J. Watson has come back in. Mo Williams has
anybody else on the team. Wow. I don't know what you do. You got to get up to him early, and that's all you can trap him possibly.
Williams hits it.
No, I'm telling you, and David West was right there.
Weber and super
game against Minnesota.
Mo Williams dropped 52 points. This was especially confusing because he had an amazing stretch of games before as well. This is a graph I made of points in his games. Look, 6 points, 2 points, 6 points, 9 points, 8 points. See what I mean? Not numbers that reflect off of Michael Jordan. But on January 3rd to January 16th, Mo Williams had a stretch of games that he would never replicate or has replicated it before. Points. He was a 32-year-old washed-up player. For this season, he averaged 8 points, but for the span of 6 games, he averaged 25 points. But this is not even the crazy part. After that 6-game explosion, he would never score another 30-point game for the rest of his career. That is just crazy. But a man who did something really similar goes by the name of Vrunnn Maxwell. He was actually not a random NBA player. He was a talented dude. In the 1991 NBA season, he averaged 17, 3, and 4. But there's this one game. He played 24 minutes and got 2 points. As a 25-year-old, a professional NBA player got 2 points in a game. To make matters even worse, he got 1 rebound and 3 turnovers. He took 6 3-point attempts and made none of them. I guess this lit a spark in him, because 2 games later, he got 25, 5, and 5, with 4 steals. And then a couple games later, he got a 26-point game. The next game, he got 29. 2 games after that, he had 34. But on January 1st, 1991, Vrunnn Maxwell... Just see for yourself.
And young player, James is a young man that's been around.
I mean, he started out.
Maxwell, Thor posting up. Maxwell takes it in for 2 more.
Switch guys on to Maxwell. Morton on him now.
Maxwell puts up the 3-pointer. Oh my goodness. Maxwell with a 3. That's his 4th 3-pointer of the game.
51 points. Vrunnn Maxwell dropped 51 points in an NBA game. But it's not like he dropped 51 points on a random NBA player. He dropped it on Hakeem Olajuwon, who would be the league MVP in the 1993 season. But after Maxwell dropped that 50-point bomb on Hakeem, he wasn't a bad player after that or anything. Because 4 games later, he dropped 30 points. 2 games later, he dropped 32, then 26, then 24. A month later, he dropped 27. Then after that, he dropped 45. 45! But then after that 45-point game, he dropped 5 points. Then 10 points, then 11, then 9 points. 5 seasons later, he is averaging 6.9 points. And in that 5-season stretch, he got over 30 points on 1 separate occasion. Wow. There was once this man named Andre Miller. Oh wait, you don't know who he is? Okay, cool. Andre Miller was a solid NBA player in his days. In his best season, he averaged 17 points. In his worst season, he averaged 3.4 points. And for his career, he's averaging 12, 4, and 7. He averaged 11 assists at one point. But when he was 33 years old, he averaged 14, 3, and 5. On January 25th, 2010, wait. He dropped 2 points. Then randomly on his 864th career game, he dropped 52 points. What am I witnessing? How? What? But now that we looked at people who played insane for a few games, let's look at people who did this for an entire season. There is a person who did this. His name is Dana Barros. Mr. Barros was a 26-year-old. He was a solid 5'11" point guard, but he has never dropped a 30-point game in his entire career. But in the 1994-1995 NBA season, Dana Barros got his first 30-point game. 6 days later, he did it again. 2 30-point games. I'm pretty sure he'll never do it again. And 6 games later, he does it again. And 2 games later, he does it again. And 5 games later, he does it again. And then he dropped a 40 bomb. 3 games later, he drops 39. But that's not it. 1 month later, Dana Barros, in his 434th career game, guess how much he dropped? 50 points. Dana Barros dropped 50 points. 50 points. I don't know if you listened to the 10 times that I said it, but he dropped 50 points. So it takes you nearly 400 games to get your first 30-point game. Then it took you half a season to get your next 7. But hold on, that's not it. Most players in this list never even became All-Stars. But here's the thing. Dana Barros became an All-Star. How? How? Before that season, Dana Barros averaged 9 points per game. Then all of a sudden, he averaged 21 points per game. Then he averaged 9 points per game for the rest of his career. But that is not as shocking as this one I'm about to show you. Corey Brewer. You also don't know him? Nice. Well, Corey Brewer right now is averaging a mind-boggling 1-1-1 on the Sacramento Kings. Very good player, as you could tell. But Corey Brewer in the 2013-2014 NBA season averaged 12-2-2. Corey Brewer's career high at that time was 27 points. The closest he got to his career high in that season was 26 points. Until one game. One game that was so unexpected, it would never be done by Corey Brewer ever again.
Last time out against the Rockets, gets a rebound, and Corey Brewer the other way, and the basketball away. Corey is like a man possessed right now, and makes its way to Robbie Hummel, and he makes off the turnover. Corey Brewer has other ideas, and he's totaled 19 points in the first 3 games combined.
You know, they got a lot of guys who can.
Gets around, Ashik to finish, and Corey Brewer. Mute in, and it results in a turnover.
You got caught in no man's land.
Brewer from way downtown, and it rattles in at the buzzer. Whoa! Corey Brewer from 50 feet away. Brewer 26 points in the first 24 minutes of play. Brewer will pull up from mid-range and bury it. And he's looking for more. And just like that, Corey Brewer has a new career high. Brewer takes it in and gets the finish. Brewer goes inside. I'm not quite sure how that one went in. When it comes to blocks as well, of course, there's score here. Of course, Corey is in the game. Corey Brewer. He's got a hard to beat and flight.
Durant has the
ovation, but
This is a chart of the highest scoring games in the 2013-2014 NBA season. We have some obvious players like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James, and even Kevin Love in his prime. But where does Corey Brewer's 51-point performance put him? Oh, there he is. Between two solid role players, Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Okay guys, we're at the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Vrunnn, and that's my take. Peace!